What's up guys, Bolt here once again. We're going to be looking at a combination of Spec Ops and Armored as like one of the ones that you might want to check out. There's also Marine and Striker combos, but I'm not going to go through all the different types of variations. When the game is out, I will, depending on when you look at this, but I just want to give you guys kind of an overview of what you can do. Now this is a really fun combination in my opinion. So Spec Ops is all about stealth, and Armor is of course all about armor. And with this combo you get Bradleys as well, so it's a really fun one to use in my opinion. So we're just gonna kind of go through it a little bit and explain to you guys why each unit was chosen. So in the Recon tab we have the RQ-170 Sentinel. This is a decently stealthy recon drone, 4500 optical range, can laser designate as well, so it's quite nice, 450 points. And we have the B-Fist, the M7A4 B-Fist, which is a Bradley recon vehicle that we can have in the game. It can laser designate, it has APS, it has smoke. We went for the upgraded engine, Iron Fist protection, and better armor. And it has the Bushmaster autocannon, so it's just a no-brainer. We have the STT, Special Tactics Team, right? Yeah, Special Tactics Team. These guys have stingers. Now these guys have stingers, which is awesome. They also have some ranged weapons. They have the CAG AMG and the MRGGS DMR, so that's nice. It's a stealthy squad as well, 2.5. They can be airdropped, they can laser designate. So we have a lot of laser designation going on here. Now the Rangers, these are from the Spec Ops as well. We gave them the standoff loadout to get the Moz for better AP, 600 meters range, and also heat pen. They have a SCAR, they have underbarrel grenade launcher, Mark 48 LMG, and a SCAR H. So these guys are heavy hitters. It's a 6-man team, and what we have put both of these guys in is the helicopter MH-60X Silent Hawk. Now it doesn't, like, you don't need to put them in each individual one. What you can do is just get 4 here, but for that I would need to get 4 STTs, so that's why I have this kind of setup here in this case. But yeah, the Silent Hawk is quite nice as well. It's a stealthy helicopter in the game, 2.5 stealth, and the STT and the Ranger also have 2.5, so that fits quite nicely. And these are quite fast as well. So the idea is maybe to either use them to like drop them on a flank or fly all the way to the enemy base and drop them somewhere back there. But it's just nice to have a good stealthy transport heli. We have Cav Scouts as well. It's a classic one in the game. This is from the armor deck. 3 javelins per squad, top attack ones, 750 mil heat pen. It's just really good to have. And I usually start with these as well. So that's a 3-man squad, and then each of these is 6 men. And the helicopter can carry 12, so that's 9. So you could get another squad of Rangers in there. So 1 Ranger, RRC, and 2 Cavalry Scouts. Or combine these 2 into 1 heli. That's also possible. And then we have Ranger Snipers, and we just gave them 2 RSOVs to have some fast buggies to transport units around with. It's a 6-seater, so the Rangers and the STTs can also fit in there. But yeah, the snipers are no-brainer. I went for the suppressed loadout, so I can use them in more frontline scenarios, but also the suppression makes them harder to detect when you do open fire. And they have the best stealth in the game at a level of 3, and they can also laser designate. So pretty much everything here can laser designate except for the Rangers and the Cav Scouts. So in the infantry tab, we have a lot of interesting units here. So we have Rangers. These are the Spec Ops specialization units, so it's a 9-man team, really nice loadout. So they have 2 grenade launchers, 2 LMGs, 2 SCAR H's, and they have the RAWs, 84mm heat rocket launcher, 450mm pen, 500 meters range. Not bad, not terrible either, or not great either though. But you can also go for the Bunker Buster, which is more against infantry, but I wanted the I wanted the extra firepower against vehicles. Now what we put them in is the War Pig, and we've given the War Pig a tow 2 on top. This is a 12-man carry capacity vehicle. It's relatively fast, can be airdropped, and it has a tow launcher on there. We only got 2 though, because yeah, I don't plan to use these War Pigs a lot. Now we also have Mech Engineers. These are anti-infantry, so they have the small D with the high explosive rockets, and we put them in the Bradley ESV with upgraded engine, Iron Fist protection, and the reactive armor, making it decent, relatively expensive, but good survivability. And they have the BLAM, so high explosive AT gems, which can be fired at infantry. And then we also have the M2A4 Bradley with Tow 2 being used to transport whatever I want as well. So I have high explosive ATGMs and also anti-tank ATGMs, which are top attack. So it's a really deadly combo here. And they both have the Iron Fist. And then last but not least, we have the Mech Rifleman that is our main line infantry here. 6-man squad with AT4s, you know, M249, and your regular M4A1s with underbarrel grenade launchers. So in terms of infantry, it's not insane, but they will definitely do a good amount of damage if used correctly. You don't want to just go into a meat grinder with these, with the Spec Ops. You definitely want to kind of use it sparingly, for sure. But you do have really, you know, kick-ass infantry, but they're just small squad sizes. We also have Ranger Stingers, so we have the regular Rangers and Ranger Stingers with 4 surface-to-air missiles each. Pretty good to have. So you kind of have a combination of different types of infantry in this case. So anti-infantry, Rangers, which are more like general infantry, and then Ranger Stingers. And then we have the infantry deleters. So this is your door kickers that basically you might need in some scenarios. So 12-man squad, Delta Force, absolutely insane. HK-416, Mark 46, grenade launcher, shotguns, and flashbangs. You can also go for the standoff, which gives it the CAG AMG, gives it DMRs and also the law, but I really like to kick the door down and just delete the infantry. And they can also be airdropped, which is really cool. Now in the vehicle tab, of course, since we are armored, we do have some tanks. I didn't go absolutely crazy, but I do have 4 really good tanks. So M1A1 SEP V3 trophy is the one we went for. I didn't go for the Tusk 2 plus trophy because it only gives you more side armor and 1 HP for, you know, 20 points more, which is quite a bit. I mean, we could do it and just save it. And then we have the M1A2 Abrams with just a Tusk upgrade. Again, we're not gonna, well, we could also save this, but it, you know, the 10 points can make a big difference. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. So that's why I went for that. So yeah, besides that, we have 1 coffin launcher. That's what it's always called, a Miklik. This is just gonna drop a big ass explosion on top of whatever you want to fire, and it's just good to take out entrenched infantry. So the armor, although I have it combined with armor, the armor is about tactical use of the armor, not to snowball. But we have 4 good tanks. We have 6 good Bradleys, well, 8 with the Recon Bradley, but we can do a lot of damage there, and we use it a bit more tactical than just having a, you know, a blob of 15 to 20 tanks just roll forward. In the support tab, we have some really fun units to play with. Patriot Pack 2, which we gave some extra armor, and the 4 missile package, just to have actual, you know, operational time instead of just having 2 missiles. Not that bad, you know, 4 kilometers range is actually pretty good. It can multi-target as well. And to protect them, we have the PVADs, which we gave slat armor, which makes a huge difference. This actually enables them to survive a seed missile. Definitely get these, and these are really good for protecting against seed missiles here, or cruise missiles. We also have Shorad, so this is a Bradley platform. This one has Hellfires that can also be fired at helicopters, and it has a 30mm. And yeah, so in combination of this, the Shorad, with the Recon Bradley and the Blam Bradley and the Tow Bradley, you have everything you need. You have anti-air, anti-infantry, anti-tank, and just firepower galore. Now, supply trucks, we have 3 of these M54 8A3s, 5,000 carry capacity each, so that's pretty nice. And we have 3 paladins. 3 paladins in this one, because we have guided Excalibur rounds, which I want to use. You could also go for copper artillery rounds, but I really want to use those guided rounds. Now in the helicopter tab, we have a couple of fun units. We have the Killer Egg, which we gave Stingers, and these are really just to hunt down helicopters, to put them on the flanks and just act as both a recon and an anti-helicopter, like doorstop, for only 70 points. Or you can buy both of them and just rush them towards a heli blob and do as much damage as you can. We have a Comanche. This one is purely built for anti-tank purposes, so we gave it 6 Hellfires and better radar. It's very stealthy, it has good optical range, And yeah, 6 ATGM, so that is really nice. We have a Guardian, which we made more of like a general fire support. So on the wingtips, we gave it ECM for better survivability. Outer pylons, we gave them Jagums, which are also ATGMs. And on the inner pylons, we gave a Dagger guided rockets. So if we do have laser designation on something, we can actually do a ton more damage with these, even on a vehicle. Even on a tank, this will actually piss them off. But otherwise, they can also fire at infantry. So this is kind of like a weapon support platform in this case. Now the DAPs, I love using these as infantry support, but also just to fly into a face of a helicopter and destroy them with the chain guns. But I also gave them Hydro Rockets. And we have the Osprey for some, troop transport, but also for supply duties with 6,500 carry capacity. Not that bad at all. So in the air, we have the F-22 Raptor, very stealthy plane. Right now, it doesn't really do what it should be doing on paper, which is like multi-target 6 planes and take them all out of the sky, like it will actually in real life. But yeah, we gave it AIM 260 JATMs, which are the longest range that you can get as the US, 9-kilometer range on these. And you basically buy this one and just have it hover around your base as like a, a detecting plane, a recon plane, and also just a long range interceptor, because you do also have AIM 120s, AMRAAMs, and also Sidewinders. So not that bad at all. We have the F-35 with JDAMs, so 2 JDAMs on this plane. Just a bomb, it's a good stealthy plane as well. And besides that, it also has AMRAAMs. We have the MC-130H. This is a low-flying troop transporter, 64 seats, 20,000 carry capacity. It can just get there, drop your units off without flying too high, and then get the hell out. And we have the AC-130 Spooky, mainly just because I want to test it out. Okay. Otherwise, we have the B-2 Spirit that we would probably want to go for with either a tactical nuke or 16 cruise missiles. My preference would be 16 cruise missiles. So yeah, the Nighthawk is also in the game. I don't have it in this deck, but you can kind of do the same thing. You can give it cruise missiles or bombs. But yeah, the B-2, you can give it the Moabs, the 30,000 pound bombs, 2 of them, which is insane. So yeah, that is the Spec Ops armored deck that I have. Hopefully, if you do want to test it out in your game, when you have your hands on the game, you can kind of get like a head start with this to get an idea of what you could do with Spec Ops in combination with armor, for example. But there's also an option of combining it with others. For example, here's the Striker one, I believe, that I tried to combine it with, and it kind of looks like this. It's a bit more motorized. But you can tell that there's no Bradleys, there's no tanks, because you don't have it in the Striker ones. You do have Striker SPGs. You do get the MML AIM-9s, so this one fires Sidewinders from a ground-based platform. You have a Centurion CRAM, PAC-3s, Shorad, Comanche, so you do have the same helicopters. You do get the same planes, but now you have F-16s, which is, in this case, like a cheap fighter that we have that also has some cruise missiles on it, or bombs on it. But yeah, we'll get to this one after this, so you guys have an idea of what you could play with it. So this is plus Striker. So we have a US Spec Ops plus armor and one with Striker. But we'll just go through those and give you guys an idea what you can do when the game is out. So if you enjoyed, let me know, and I'll see you guys back soon. Take care.